Hi, Nicole. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, I'm a master's student in neuroscience at McMaster University. I'm original from Brazil. I have a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from Brazil, so I just moved to Canada 2 months ago. And I'm working in the research of biomarkers for mood disorders. Yeah, especially bipolar disorder and major depressive disorder. So I work with blood, especially blood-based biomarkers.
Okay. Wow, fascinating. What does safety mean to you in the lab or classroom or workplace environment?
Safety in a workplace environment for me means be able to, give your opinion, express your
Yeah.
opinion without being afraid of what that can cause to you.
Yep.
So, for example, when the first thing that comes to my mind when you asked me that was like, should I give my opinion?
Yeah.
Should I talk to you about gender-based violence?
Yeah.
Should I, shouldn't I? And I'm sure that men never experience that,
Yeah.
and as women in STEM, I feel that we are always afraid. That comes to us because of the culture and the environment that we are in.
Yeah.
Like those are rules and those tiny things were never said,
Yeah.
but we just realize them being inside academia, being inside your class, being inside your lab. We just see those tiny little things and we start feeling like not comfortable giving our opinion, expressing our what we actually feel and think about that situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So feeling safe for me means being able to give your opinion without wondering if that will cause something, like it will affect somehow your relationships with your peers or with the senior ones.
Yes. Yeah, really good point. So, what does accountability in STEM mean to you?
So for me, accountability in STEM means that nobody and no one should be above the rules.
Yeah.
And also means that we should like build a system that prevents harm happening in the first place.
Yes. 100%. Can you tell me about some of the barriers that might be preventing people from speaking up?
It kind of comes along with the first answer I gave you. I think one of the biggest barriers we have speaking up against gender-based violence is the fear we fear about speaking up against it. So we need to feel safe to be able to speak up, to give our opinion.
What about the experience as an international student? What kind of barriers do you think would be preventing someone from speaking up in that experience?
I'm an international woman in academia, so we are talking about a lot of like niches that we are in. So we know that academia has its natural hierarchy that everyone experiences, and I'm a woman from Brazil pursuing her master degree here. So there's a lot of layers on that, and I feel that I even do not have the words to explain that. Even in Portuguese, I don't have those words to talk about it, and I feel that a lot of women around the world, that I'm sure that they feel the same, and we do not have those spaces, those environments to talk about it. Like I feel that we have so many difficulties to connect with people that feel the same. So it's really nice that you guys are doing, like, giving us the space to speak up and give our opinion and express our opinion about that. So during my time in Brazil, during my undergrad studies in Brazil, I was a student representative. And during one of those meetings, a really disrespectful situation happened. And I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't happen if it was a man sitting in my chair, even an undergraduate man sitting in my chair. And it was my country. That situation, that violence came from a woman, not from a man. So when we talk about gender-based violence, we usually think that it is like we usually talk about it coming from men. But the true, and from my perspective and from my experience, it comes from everywhere because
It's a culture.
it's a culture, you know. It's the environment we are living in. And after that meeting, who comfort me and who saw that situation happen was a man, was one professor, a man professor, and he like talked to me after because he saw that happen and he tried like to help me and to process what happened in that meeting. And you know, so I feel that we have so much work to do in this field, and it's nice that we are talking about it now. Yeah.
Thank you for that. What concrete changes would you make to see a difference in workplaces?
I'm new here, so I don't really know the system yet. But talking like from my experience in Brazil, there's not really a system where we can speak up. Like, there's nothing preventing us from suffering those kind of violences. So I feel that it's really important for us to build a system to put barriers for those things to happen, you know? Kind of, we need to prevent them from happening, but we also need to have a system for, like, if it happens, there's a way to, like, help those women that are suffering from this violence.
Yes, like an accountability. What are the hardest conversations you think institutions are shying away from?
I feel that the hardest conversation that institutions are avoiding is even admitting that those gender-based violences happen, you know? I feel that at some places they don't even talk about it, you know? As I said, I have a huge perspective from abroad. In Brazil, back in my university is one of the biggest in Latin America. Like, we don't really talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, and I was there for 6 years. Like, my undergrad was a 6 years undergrad, and I didn't even heard my institution talking about gender-based violence, you know? And even in my research lab, like, my research institution was part of, like, we didn't talk about it. So I feel that actually, let's talk about it. Let's admit that those situations, they happen, you know?
Yeah. And what does a future without gender-based violence look like to you?
A safe environment. You know, it's a simple thing, you know. I've repeated it many and multiple times that we want us to feel safe, you know. So the future without gender-based violence, I'm sorry, I'm freezing. It's just a safe space for women, you know.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
How do we stay in contact with you?
My Instagram, my Instagram, and also my LinkedIn. So my name is Nicole Taís Fröhlich. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity for like talking about it.
Thanks.